It's your options, and your options will be the action steps that you're going to take. If nothing is impossible, what will you do? Certain. The goal is static, but you can take several steps. You can take several destinations to achieve that goal. It's not one thing that will lead you towards the goal. There could be several other things that will lead you towards that goal. Okay. So, what are those things?
Okay, like I said, in social networking, I can actually be a middle person, like get jobs for someone, someone to execute it.
So write it is a step. Okay. Like okay, what do I call it? I wanted to say it's an affiliate. It's not an affiliate, but what is that? Like a broker. So write it is one of your options. What other option? So goal setting will help you think. You will think, what other option do you have?
Become a consultant.
Sometimes it's not exactly. So sometimes it's not even that particular goal, that thing. So I want to make 50 million, right? I can tell you that when I started, I had one idea. Okay, now that I'm a coach, but it's not only coaching I do. In fact, I have two brands. I have my personal brand and I have my corporate brand. The corporate brand takes care of corporates rather. My personal brand takes care of individuals. And in those different brands, there are different products. There's one-on-one coaching, there's group coaching, I sell my book, speaking engagement. So there are options that you can use. I help people optimize their professional profile. So on LinkedIn, your CV, your cover letter, there are so many other things that you can do. One product can actually make you this money that you want to achieve. So what are the options? So you can be a consultant. Write it as an option. What else?
A writer, a blogger.
Bloggers make money. You can even be an affiliate for some brands. As long as there's traffic on your blog, you'll be making money. When people sell or buy anything from your blog, you can be a blogger, you can write. People can even hire you to write for them. So you can make money, you charge them. What else? I need you to have like 10 options. So if one is not working, you focus on the one that is working. The most important thing is that we need to achieve this goal by 15th of June. So the next question I'll ask you is, which of these options interests you the most?
Writer.
So you love to write. How can you expand that writing skill? That's another way to think. How can you expand it? So it's beyond blogging. If you write very well, there are so many things you can do. People pay people as social media managers, you write content for them. There are so many things you can do. You can even be a ghostwriter and write a book for someone and make money. People are making millions from being ghostwriters. You can expand that and still make that your money. So out of those options, which one can help you achieve your goal the fastest? I'm almost done. Which one can help you achieve your goal the fastest?
The broker.
The broker. You need to highlight it. Which one guarantees the best results?
I still think the broker. The
broker. So what's your next step? Now we've moved to W. We are done with options, so we are now in your way forward. So what's your next step from here? Because I need you to start taking action. What's the way forward?
I think it's to start as a broker.
To start as a broker?
Yes, sir.
Please, need to clap for her. And when can you start that? I will get your number and I'll follow up with you. When can you start? You need to put a date. You need to put a date. When can you start?
After first fruits.
Okay. What date is that? I need a date. Because on that date, I will call you.
In February.
Okay. February what?
Let her check for me the date.
Okay. So that's your next step. What else? Okay, so now that you've identified your next step, you need to also find other steps. What are those things? You've identified your first step. What's your second step? What's your third step? What's your fourth step? At least have 5 steps of the things you're going to do and have a date when you're going to do them. The next question you will ask yourself is, what can distract you? So you need to identify your distractions. That's what distracted my brother here. What are your distractions? What can distract you? And when you identify what those distractions can be, how can you stay focused and consistent?
Okay.
So what date?
6th.
6th of February.
February, yeah.
Okay. I'll get your number. I'll follow up with you. So start doing whatever it is to launch yourself as a broker. Right? Then identify your next steps, because I'm going to ask you what your next steps are and the timelines that you have put for those next steps. So identify your distractions and what you are going to do to stay consistent. Then the next thing you are going to do is to write your affirmation. And I'm going to teach you how beautiful affirmation is. Affirmation is not faith. Some people, every day they will say affirmation, but faith and affirmation, they are 2 different things, right? So affirmation is more or less declaring. You have written all these things you want to achieve. You've visualized them, you've seen them, you've identified it as a goal, you've written your steps that you're going to take. The next step is affirmation. So you're going to write your affirmation like you have achieved this goal. And you're going to write it. The goal was on the 15th of June. You are writing this goal on the 16th of June as if you are telling someone what you did to achieve this goal. So this is the 16th of June, 2022. And you have made how much?
1.5.
And I have made 1.5 million. That is the goal. You list the values and the belief systems that supported you in achieving this goal. So you believe in wealth acquisition, whatever it is. We didn't go through that process because we were rushing. So what are the beliefs and the values that supported you? What are the things you did, the steps? You write the steps you took. As if you are telling this story to someone. I took the following steps in achieving this goal. And to stay consistent, because you need to identify what your distractions are. To stay consistent, I did the following. And then you end it with saying, I was able to achieve this goal of making 1.5 million in June, 15th of June, 2020. Just as I achieved. So you identify 2 other goals that you have achieved in the past. Because you need to be able to link the success of something previously that you've achieved. That seemed very hard, but you achieved it. Just as I achieved maybe getting married, maybe doing my MBA, just as I achieved X, Y, Z, and then you write how you feel. You need to be able to connect your emotion, how you feel about achieving that goal. Then finally, after your affirmation, the last thing is to have your, what people call vision board, but I call it goal dashboard, where you place. So when you visualize, what image did you see concerning this your business? What image did you see? Goal setting starts with visualization. What image did you see? What image did you see? Yes. Did you see Oprah Winfrey? Did you see who? Mrs. Awashika. Who did you see?
I think I'll go for Mrs. Awashika.
So you can get a picture of hers if it's connected to the goal you want to achieve. It's not just because of who she is, but you need to find an image that connects to this vision, this goal, and put it in your vision board. You are supposed, this exercise is something you're supposed to do in all these 12 critical areas of life, and you have your goal dashboard. Put an image that you have seen for each of those areas of your life and put it to somewhere you can see it every day and declare it. And I'm going to end my session to say, go and lead. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.
Please, shall we rise? Shall we rise to our feet and give her that round of applause? Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. Okay, she's about to, I believe she'll soon be leaving, but before then, you'll quickly help us take a few questions. Please, let's have our seats. Kindly write your questions down if you have any. That should be done very quickly. And if you have any questions to ask right now, I'll just pass the mic around for her to answer. Do you want to sit down?
I'll stand.
Okay, so questions, very quickly. Questions. Okay. Please, let's go straight to the questions and make it as brief as possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. I learned a lot.
Thank you.
I celebrate the grace. My question is setting financial goal.
Okay.
So you have a lot of persons get pressured over the fact that they probably set, for instance, using HAS, 1.5 by 16th of June. And because of other activities that could, let me say, steal from that financial goal. So how is the best way to balance this and manage such? Because by 16th of June, if 1.5 is not in the account, it becomes a prayer mode. And before you know it, it destabilizes the mind, destabilizes activities, and then she's like, God is not real. This thing is just... So how do they balance that? Yeah, thank you.
So, because of time, there's what I have here in my book. I say 10 powerful conditions for effective goal setting. And one of it is you asking yourself, is this goal realistic? Because you can't deceive yourself. You need to be sure that the goal you are setting is realistic. That's why I kept asking her, is this goal realistic? Thinking about all the other distractions, you need to think about those distractions while you are setting the goal. And at some point, when you get to that question of asking yourself, you need to be realistic. If you need to change the goal, you have to change the goal. A goal is not cast in stone. It's not etched on stone. You have to review your goal at some point. Right? One of the principles is that you have to review your goal. But that doesn't mean you are not going to achieve that goal. But looking at